Hello, flat earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. So there you go, that's what they do with the kids in the morning in Thai school, is they get them, you know, right off. They've arrived and then they get them breathing and meditating and doing some kind of, it's almost Tai Chi or yoga style exercises, just a couple of minutes, but you know, it switches the brain, the mind, gets it into a calm mode. And that's done in every school throughout Thailand. Good stuff, isn't it? Really, you know, nothing wrong with that. It's not necessarily a religious thing. It's just a, you know, what do you call it? Metaphysical? No. Anyway, you know, connects the brain with the physical being, the spirit, you know, calms them down. So, you know, this is what I mean with kind of Buddhism being in the culture, and how kids grow up here with these little mind tricks, Jedi mind tricks that they get taught. You know, it's just part of the culture. So yeah, there's this ability to be a lot calmer about situations and not let one's emotions take over in a situation. Of course it happens. People have accidents and they bump into each other or something, and, you know, tempers flare. That can happen. But as a rule, in general, you know, there's an effort to avoid conflict and just remind yourself that, you know, it's up to you how a situation can affect you. Yeah? That's really up to you. Often talked about electromagnetism as being a nice viable alternative when we're talking about the way the moon and the planets and stars and the sun spins. It's funny, even though the sun is considered to be a ball of gas or plasma or whatever, then, you know, where does it get its mass from? To make it so to have such a strong gravitational pull. If it's just a ball of plasma burning in the sky for whatever reason, then it doesn't weigh anything really, does it? So how can it have mass? Yeah. And another thing about it's, so, you know, when you think about the sun being closed, well, I mean, if you incubate an animal, whether or a person, you know, whether you're hatching eggs or lizards or whatever, you have your local source of light and heat, don't you? You know, if you're going to make sure life flourishes in your vivarium or aquarium or whatever, then you put the light and heat source there, and you don't have it, you know, a long way away. It doesn't make sense, does it? Well, that's what Earth is, isn't it? It's an incubator for life. That's what it does. I mean, so apart from electromagnetism, frequency is another physical phenomenon which we have seen can levitate objects, can do all sorts of things. Vibration, of course, and frequency, we know, can affect our organs. That's the whole idea of the om when people are meditating or using that, because you create the vibration in your chest, and that's self-healing, and that's why singing feels good as well. You're maybe singing hymns even. You're creating a vibration which, and if those frequencies or particular notes can have beneficial effects. And that's maybe why, you know, certain notes or a certain combination of notes will make us feel good. That's the thing about music. It makes us feel good. It can make you feel alive. It can make you feel dead and morose and sad as well. Well, it's all vibration, isn't it? Frequency. Yeah? And the very little I know about the Bible, well, you know, there is the voice of God, the Word of God. That's vibration. So, plenty of videos out there of things being suspended in the air or even moved around with vibration. So that's another element which fits perfectly with how the sun and the moon and the stars, or even the earth, is just being held up there, if that's what's happening to it. Again, it's not whether it's flat and endless or there is an edge. It's still not too difficult to imagine it being a disc and just floating there due to vibration. And there are vibrations and frequencies everywhere throughout the universe. So that's what could be holding things up and making them turn around. And you know, it's not a massive leap compared to, you know, spinning balls spinning around each other due to their mass, which has never been proven, whereas things like frequency and electromagnetism have, and they're used every day by science, by whatever. So why people consider it such, you know, a leap of faith to even consider that frequency and electromagnetism, which is actually a frequency anyway, might play a role in us being here. Now, again, this is something that's understood with the Sanskrit chants, the Buddhist chants. Now, when you go to, if you move into a new place or you open up a business in a building or whatever, for the Thais it's very important to have have the monks round for an opening ceremony. So that would usually be in the morning, and you would feed the monks, prepare some food for them, and they would sit in their circle, and you'd invite neighbours and acquaintances and friends, whatever, relatives, and you all sit down and the monks start doing their chanting. And this can last for about 3/4 of an hour or something, and it's all done in Sanskrit. So you know, if you're ever sitting in one of these sessions, the feeling that can come over you is quite incredible, because you literally feel the vibrations. It's almost as if well, they're tangible. You can almost see sometimes these vibrations that are filling the room. And of course, the whole idea of having these ceremonies is to protect the premises or the owners there, the people there, from negative energy. So the place is filled with positive energy, and I suppose in a way they're creating this kind of force field, this force field of frequency, yeah, which I suppose once it's done, it's kind of there. It must stay there. You don't have to have these ceremonies over and over again. You have the first one, but it's almost like, you get this feeling they're locking the place down from evil influences, and it's quite incredible. Frequency. It's again another significant part of our existence, but one we move, cat. Oh, move! Aye. Cat wouldn't move. Thinks the car won't hurt him. And you. Yeah. It's all about good vibes, man.